Is BTS facing a crisis no one ever imagined? In a moment that was supposed to be a warm celebration, the release of a BTS reunion video posted by J-Hope on Thursday, August 7th, 2025, sparked more questions than smiles. Not because of what was in the video, but because of who was not in it. Jungkook, the golden magne, the global superstar, the front face of many of BTS's major projects, was nowhere to be seen in the clip featuring Taehyung, RM, Jimin, and even SUGA, who had just completed his military service. Where is Jungkook? And why did Taehyung post a story that provoked even more speculation, rather than clarification? It didn't take long for ARMY to notice the glaring absence. Amid the euphoria of seeing SUGA smiling again, there was a growing unease. The video showed them laughing, sharing nostalgic moments, and appearing very at ease together. But Jungkook's absence, especially during such a significant reunion, shook fans' expectations. Even more troubling, none of the members offered any clarification, not even a single word. More concerning was Taehyung, who just hours after the video went viral, posted a brief story on his Instagram. Not a story about the reunion, not a warm message, but rather a photograph of the ocean with a caption that left many speechless. Because of this, that sentence immediately triggered a storm of speculation. Was it a hint? Was it aimed at someone absent? Or was it a message to himself? As time passed, more and more comments emerged. Why wasn't Jungkook there? Is he sick? Is there something personal going on? But the question that flooded social media platforms was, is the relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook not okay right now? A question that wouldn't arise without cause, especially from those who have followed the deep bond between the two members for years. As part of BTS, Taehyung and Jungkook's relationship has never been ordinary. They're not just co-workers, they are part of the emotional foundation of the group. They are known to be close, complementing each other, even earning a nickname from fans, taekook. In many documentaries and variety shows, they appeared more like brothers. But is there now a crack in that relationship? Looking back over the timeline of their recent activities in the past few months, something stands out. Jungkook, who was once extremely active before his military enlistment, has become increasingly absent. He has hardly interacted with fans like he used to. Fanbase accounts have recorded that since July, Jungkook has not been publicly active, neither on social media nor on HYB's official platforms. No vlogs, no daily photos, no short live sessions like before. And most shockingly, he was absent from this reunion. Is he pulling away? On the other hand, Taehyung hasn't seemed like his usual self either. Some of his recent posts over the past weeks have carried a melancholic tone. His captions are no longer playful or loving like they used to be. There's a sense of loneliness, a sense of loss. And when asked by fans on Weverse whether he'd be making content with Jungkook soon after the reunion, V's reply was, "We can't always be together all the time." That sentence hit ARMY like an emotional bomb. Is it just coincidence? Or are these too many signs to be ignored? Several theories have begun to surface among fans. Some suggest that Jungkook may be going through a difficult personal period, especially after returning from military duty and facing enormous expectations as the youngest and most popular member. Others believe that a difference in vision between him and HYB's management may have caused him to withdraw from group activities. However, there are those who, with heavy hearts, suspect personal tension between him and one of the members, and this time, all eyes are on V. An old post from 2023 has even resurfaced and gone viral again. In a behind-the-scenes video from their last concert before the hiatus, Jungkook and Taehyung can be seen not speaking to each other, while the others are engaged in lively discussion. At the time, the moment seemed unimportant. Now, that clip is being rewatched with suspicion. Fans are wondering, has there been distance between them since then? The silence from official sources only deepens the anxiety. HYBE has made no statement. The members have offered no explanations. Their silence is giving space for speculation to grow unchecked. And as often happens in highly emotional fan communities, speculation becomes truth if not quickly corrected. What makes all this even more emotional is the fact that SUGA, who's known for being quiet and mysterious, was the center of attention in the video. He smiled, shared warm moments, looked genuinely happy. And that became a painful contrast for fans who were yearning to see Jungkook. How can someone who just finished military service appear full of love, while Jungkook, who isn't visibly injured or troubled, was nowhere to be found? A deeper concern arises. Is this a signal of a major shift in BTS's internal structure? Are they preparing for a transition where each member focuses more on solo projects, and their group relationship is no longer what it once was? What hurts even more is the growing number of emotional messages from longtime BTS fans. One comment on platform X read, "I knew BTS as a family that always supported each other. But now I only see broken pieces that don't fit." Jungkook wasn't there. Taehyung posted a sad message. "My heart is shattered." Meanwhile, K-pop cultural analysts state that in the South Korean celebrity world, the absence of someone from a key moment is never trivial, especially for someone like Jungkook with massive popularity and influence. Every action or absence has meaning, whether intentional or not. And if left unaddressed, rumors will grow wilder than truth. Upon further investigation, there are also unofficial reports suggesting that on the same day the reunion video was posted, Jungkook was spotted at Incheon Airport wearing a black hoodie, walking alone without staff. Some speculate he may have been traveling abroad. But if that's true, why was there no announcement or explanation? Why not reassure ARMY, whom Jungkook has always cherished? Time continues to pass, and the lack of information remains the main problem. Taehyung hasn't deleted his mysterious story. Instead, he posted another photo with a caption that once again puzzled ARMY. "Don't believe every light comes from a bright place." Is he trying to say something deeper? Is it a cryptic message toward someone or toward a situation? Now, all anyone can do is wait. Wait to see if Jungkook will appear and explain. Wait to see if Taehyung will speak more clearly. Wait to see if HYB realizes that silence is no longer the answer. But one thing is certain, the reunion video, which should have been a heartwarming and joyful moment, has now become a moment full of painful question marks. And behind SUGA's smile and the laughter of RM and Jimin, there is one figure missing, and his absence feels enormous. After waves of questions, concerns, and wild theories circulated among ARMY and netizens, it's important to draw a clear line. There is no concrete evidence that shows a rift between Jungkook and Taehyung or that Jungkook is having a problem with BTS. Much of the news above developed from assumptions, emotions, and fragments of information that were emotionally linked, but without a strong factual foundation. It's important to remember that Jungkook's absence from the video shared by J-Hope doesn't mean there's internal conflict. In the entertainment world, especially with a group as big as BTS, where each member now has solo projects, tight personal schedules, and even private commitments not always made public, it's very possible for one to be absent in certain moments without it being tied to drama or discord. Several media outlets have attempted to contact HYB, and although there has not been an official statement, internal sources stated that Jungkook's absence from the video was due to urgent personal matters, not because of conflict with any other member. In fact, according to trusted fanbases, Jungkook was in a different location when the video was filmed, as he was preparing for a solo project that will be announced in the coming weeks. As for Taehyung's so-called mysterious and coded Instagram story, in reality, this is something he commonly does. V is well known for sharing poetic quotes, ambiguous visuals, and words that are often personally interpreted. However, interpreting the post as a signal of conflict is a form of overinterpretation. If we look back at V's post history, we'll see that he often shares melancholic photos even when his relationship with other members is just fine. Next, regarding Taehyung's statement on weverse, "We can't always be together all the time." This statement is true and not a hidden message. It's a reality. Currently, all BTS members are in different phases of life. Some just completed their military service, others are busy with artistic projects, and some are exploring personal aspects away from the spotlight. That statement reflects more of the reality that even though they are brothers in one group, they can't always spend every moment together. So, what about the issue that Jungkook is avoiding appearing with Taehyung? This issue is completely baseless. There is no proof that they are in conflict. Previous live streams and interactions before their military enlistments showed that their relationship remained close. They still greeted fans, still showed affection in the ways they could. If something serious had occurred, it's highly unlikely the other members would act like everything is okay. Another point worth remembering is that fans often seek meaning in absence, especially when official information is unavailable. In a world flooded with information, the absence of one person in one video can immediately be assumed as a sign of conflict. Yet in reality, it could be as simple as scheduling conflicts, transportation issues, or even a desire for privacy. The narrative of a taekook fallout is not only baseless, it can also be harmful. When stories like this spread too widely, they have the potential to distort the public's perception of BTS's relationships and ultimately create distance between the idols and their fans. When in fact, one of BTS's greatest strengths has always been the trust between them and ARMY, a relationship built over more than a decade, not with speculation, but with real evidence, shared time, and honesty.